Hello, I'm Vaishali Kohli and you're watching News X. Now, viewers, in a horrific kidnapping gang rape incident in Coimbatore that has left people in shock, 3 men have been arrested for the alleged heinous crime against a 20-year-old woman, college student near the airport in Tamil Nadu's Coimbatore on November the 2nd. The accused, Thawasi, Karthik and Kaliswaran, were arrested after a brief encounter with the police early Tuesday. They were shot in the leg and have been taken to the hospital. The woman, a student at a private college in Coimbatore, was in a car with her male friend when the accused allegedly kidnapped her, forcibly took her to another location and sexually assaulted her. Now, viewers, I have my guest joining me. Brinda Adije, women's rights activist, is joining me. Brinda, I want to come to you first. Now, this is really shocking. I was speaking to our viewers earlier through previous bulletins. We are reporting about sexual violence cases against women almost on a regular basis. What is happening?
You're absolutely right. Sexual assault, sexual violence, gender-based violence, and rape seems to have become almost an everyday affair across various cities in India. There is not a single state or city that can say that women are safe and these kind of violence is not meted out to them. And like you have also pointed out, and research also shows that nearly 85% of sexual assault, abuse, and rape on women is committed by people they trust or people they believe are their friends. This particular case is horrendous because the gang rape happens in a city like Coimbatore. This is a city that has been always considered to be fairly safe. And in Tamil Nadu, a place like Coimbatore has also been very hospitable to people from all walks of life. Something like this has happened over there is not only shocking, but is scary. That something where we always thought people are safe, people will not get, women are safe, women can travel around. Now this has proven wrong. The police say that they have arrested 3 people, but at the end of the day, there is no fear of law. We must also place on record that cases of this nature, even after Justice Verma Commission talking about fast track courts, they take years and years. So there is this uncertainty of punishment, which is also what makes rapists continue to do these kind of things with impunity. So we need to ask questions and place accountability on the police, the prosecution, and the judiciary. And of course, the state taking more action with the community to extend protection to women.
All right, I have Priyank Kanungo, a member of National Human Rights Commission, joining me. प्रियांक, आपकी मैंने स्टेटमेंट भी सुनी है, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं आप कि ये बार बार होता है और निर्भया का केस हम इतनी आसानी से कैसे भूल गए हैं? क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
देखिए, ये बात एकदम सही है कि राज्य सरकार अपनी जिम्मेदारियों को निभाने में फेल हुई है। आज 1 दशक से ज्यादा हो गया निर्भया के साथ ये दुर्घटना हुए। ठीक वैसी परिस्थितियों की वैसी घटना अगर रिपीट हो रही है तो कहीं ना कहीं ये स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स का फेलियर है, इनकी सजगता की कमी है और सबसे बड़ी बात मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि लड़कियों के प्रति संवेदनशीलता की कमी है। स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स की अकाउंटेबिलिटी सुनिश्चित होनी चाहिए।
All right, now Brinda, I want to bring you in. Now, Brinda, only a woman understands the fear of sexual molestation, and I have, when I travel late into the night, I fear it. I can feel that fear every day. The question really is, like you said, that men like this who are rapists, who are molesters, have the audacity to do this because we don't have stringent measures in place. What do you have to say for that?
Or for that matter, even girl children today. This feeling of safety has completely vanished. And this cannot be spoken about as saying that, oh, our streets have become unsafe, our families have become unsafe. There is a lot of negative messaging, a lot of sexism, a lot of misogyny that has also been promoted, not only by politicians and leaders, but also by religious leaders and These things are, brushed off by saying that men will be men, boys will be boys. Women must dress like this, women must dress like that, women must not go out. So what is happening to an India, to a country that has acknowledged the strength and the accomplishments of women and has claimed to keep women safe for so many years, is a kind of Talibanism, where you're telling women, don't dress like this, don't walk like this, don't talk like this, don't go out of your house at so and so time. And we have seen that rapes across India, there is no timing. There are children raped, there are babies raped inside the house, outside on the street, and there is no timing. So this patriarchal mindset needs to go. Second, communities have become very detached. We are also placing a lot of onus on the state, which is important, which is required, but communities cannot absolve ourselves from extending that safety. Today, we are expecting the state to do something when the communities are not coming forward. There has been a lot of talk about community policing, but we also know that that kind of policing is also not happening. So it's time for us to sit down, take a hard look at what is happening with our laws, with our policies, and extending that support and protection to children and women by communities. I think it is time that together we work on this. Otherwise, this feeling of safety very soon, whatever little that is left, might become alien.
Brinda, you're absolutely right, because